This is the Remote Work-Life Business Spotlight, where I highlight top remote business innovators and share personal and career development tips to help you navigate the world of remote work. I'm your host, Alex Wilson-Campbell. I help remote work managers, professionals and freelancers overcome isolation and uncertainty in their life to get hired and fulfill their career goals. So today on the Remote Work-Life Business Spotlight, I am looking at Crossover. You can find Crossover at crossover.com. If you've not listened to the Remote Work-Life Business Spotlight before, these episodes are all about me highlighting to you some of the top remote businesses anywhere in the world so that you don't have to trawl through the mounds of information and the mounds of misinformation, in fact, online when it comes to remote work. And really, it's just really the starting point for your research, because I haven't gone into detail about, or I won't go into detail about each of the companies that I put on the spotlight. What I do is I just highlight them for you, for you then to begin the deeper research that you need to do in order to understand if those businesses are ones that you can either work for or work with. So go over to crossover.com and have a look. Crossover is essentially, they describe themselves and their vision. What they say is Crossover matches the world's most talented professionals with 100% remote careers. So they have clients, they say, some of the 70 plus companies that use Crossover to recruit global talent for high paying remote positions. So they have testimonials on their website as well, so you can hear from some of their customers. They talk about their numbers, and they describe themselves as the number one source of remote careers. So this is, it's again sounding very good. Maybe we can have somebody from Crossover come on the show, and it would be great to interview them to find out a bit more about what they do. But what they say here is 5,000 plus rock stars recruited across 130 countries, 850 remote teams, 70 plus job listings, and they talk about the top 1% of global talent. So sounds good. And there's a little arrow here. I mean, if you want to have a look at the website or have a look at this particular review, if you're listening on the audio podcast, you can go across to my YouTube channel, which I will link to in the show notes. You'll be able to have a look at what I can see and understand. I've just clicked to see what jobs Crossover is advertising at the moment, and there's jobs across engineering, mainly engineering roles at the moment, although software architecture and design is another area, services as well. What else we have? Product management is another area, sales, another one. So they've covered a lot of the typical bases that you tend to see: marketing, business operations, and apparently all these roles are remote roles. Executive leadership is another area, education. So lots here, lots to go on. Sounds good to me. Quite like it. In fact, I might be looking myself to see what roles I can refer on to my clients. But sounds good. And what they say here is, I always like to go down to the footer of the website to understand a bit more about the business. They have a nice footer which has a lot of information, tells you about the sorts of roles that they're hiring currently, about their clients, shows you their reviews as well. What I'm looking for though is to see if Crossover themselves are hiring, because obviously it's a platform that hires for other people, but are they hiring themselves at the moment? Let's have a look. So under the company heading, they've got a little tab here which says explore job roles. I'm having a look at that now. So explore roles on Crossover. I don't think that's roles for Crossover, but what they say here is enjoy the stability of a traditional job with the flexibilities to live and work from anywhere. Love that. Explore job roles. So what they're talking about here is, I think these are roles within Crossover. Let's have a look. It's not completely clear. No, I don't think it is. No, I don't think these are Crossover roles. But what you will find when you have a look on the Crossover website is a good stepping stone for you to be able to access high-paying remote jobs. So if that is you, and if that's and some of the sort of categories that I read out resonate with you, then I think it'd be a good idea just to at least have a look at the Crossover website to see if anything there that suits you. But as I said, that's it for today. I just wanted to highlight crossover.com so you can begin your own research. That's it for today's episode of the Remote Work Life podcast. Click the link in the show notes below to access a free list of 100 remote businesses that hire regularly. And if you're feeling stuck or uncertain on issues of career or personal development, head on over to www.remoteworklife.io, where you can watch exclusive on-demand video featuring real-world remote work leaders and future of work experts on key remote work topics, including how to get clarity on your career direction, how to thrive while working remotely, how to network effectively and stay connected, and how to tend to your personal and career development needs. Go to remoteworklife.io now, and remember to connect with me, your host, Alex Wilson Campbell, on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook.